Alright, it's warm enough. We ditched our layers, so that's a good sign. And let's go. Are you cereal? Does their mailbox? I don't think they're getting any mail. I don't think you're getting any mail, Mr. Earl Lane. What do we have here? There's a mini mart. Nuh-uh. Well, the guy came out and he said that he only had waters, but he did tell us that there was a store.
Yeah, water and beer. I was all about the beer, but Susie said it's too early.
It's too early for beer. But he did say that there was another store a mile down, and he said they have a deli and everything. So, what? Also, I wanted to say about this continuous footpath thing. It is literally just because we want to say that we hiked from Mexico to Canada.
Yeah.
And maybe that's bragging rights. Or maybe that's just...
And we would not be doing this road if the trail wasn't closed.
Yeah.
We're not trying to prove nothing.
No.
Yeah.
But we do really, it's really important to us to say that we walked from Mexico to Canada. And it's literally just walking. I mean, like, y'all, it's nothing crazy. You can just walk.
It's not a big deal. Also, I just want to explain the situation. Okay. So, if you're just on the Pacific Crest Trail and you're cruising, and then you like need to go in for a resupply or something like that, then you would just hike for like 3, 4, 5 days or whatever. Then you would get to a trailhead, and then you could hitch a ride into town, and that would be totally fine, because then you would hitch a ride right back to the spot where you left. Mm-hmm. And then you would continue walking, which that would be maintaining a continuous footpath. So we're all about getting rides into town off trail and then back to where we started. But what happened is they're closing big sections of the trail. And so then what you would be doing is you'd be getting a ride into town, and then you would get a ride to a section further north on the trail, skipping a whole, 100 miles or 60 miles or 50 miles or whatever it is due to the fires and whatnot, because they closed the trail. And then you would not be maintaining a continuous footpath at that point, which sucks, because normally we'd be totally down to get a ride into town and then a ride back to trail.
Yeah.
So what we're doing now is like that section that's on fire, instead of getting a ride into town and then to the trail later on, we're having to walk around that section. And we like walking.
We totally like walking.
Yeah.
That's why we're hiking the PCT.
Yeah.
Because we like walking.
Sure.
So it's not that big of a deal to walk on the road. Yeah, it sucks sometimes, but I'm really good at walking.
Yep.
Oh, we got something up in here. Definitely a gas station. And possibly a deli. Okay, they got sandwiches, they got pizza, they got burgers, they got breakfast sandwiches.
They got corn dogs.
They got a whole grocery store. And they told us there's a table.
Big old, like, steak fries.
There's a table back here. We can drop our packs, he said.
Oh, baby, look they got taco.
Oh, that's just what I needed. I just can't believe our luck. Look at our luck here. Look at all this food we got. Okay, so for future PCT hikers, there is a Sinclair gas station on Highway 58 near Crescent Lake, or right at Crescent Lake, that has a full resupply. It has a deli, it has pizza, it has breakfast sandwiches and burritos and hot dogs and corn dogs and fried chicken and beers and everything that you could possibly ever want. And it has much better prices and a much better selection than Schmaltz. And probably
a real deal deli for sure. They make pizzas and everything.
Yeah, and probably much better than anything the Shelter Cove has there. Anyways, highly recommend it. This is amazing. And they even have this like little table in the back that they said we could hang out at, and they're just letting us eat and drink.
Normal people wouldn't want to eat here because it's like a tackle table, but hikers would love it. Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Now that is how you do a stop, like a couple of true PCT hikers. So full. Had a Dr. Pepper, Had a corn dog, had a slice of pizza, a bagel slice of pizza, had a breakfast burrito with eggs and cheese and bacon and sausage, and I'm very full, and now we begin the hike again.
And pizza. Did you tell me we had pizza?
Mm-hmm. Well, you can barely see it, but that's the lake back there. That is Odell Lake. That means we are so close to the PCT. We just hike around it a little bit, and then we get back onto the PCT. Oh, I'm so excited. Look at what we have, people! We at the PCT. We're getting off the highway. Here we go. We're getting back on the PCT, and it is smoky.
Yeah, bro. Look this way in my fucking road.
We did it. We completed another walk around and maintained our continuous footpath. Look at this. Pacific Crest Trail, Rosary Lakes Trailhead. Look at that. Oh man, that wasn't too bad at all. That highway walk was not bad.
Abracadabra.
How do you feel?
Good.
We made it back to the PCT and it's not closed.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Totally open. Oh my gosh, this feels so nice. Back on the PCT, baby. Smoke is pretty bad still though. But that's all right. We're like the closest we've been to the Diamond Lakes, Diamond Wilderness Fire right here. So makes sense the smoke would be bad. Thinking about putting on my mask. Just tired of breathing it. But I'm ecstatic to be back on the PCT. We're about 4 days from Bend. Loving it. And oh gosh, this ground feels so soft after 2 days of pavement. Not gonna lie. Oh, it's so quiet out here.
Pretty smoky here. Barely see across this lake, and this is not a big lake.
Living the dream right here.
Yep.
Wow, that is smoky. Well, I'm very happy to be back out on trail, but this smoke is something else. It's about the thickest it's been. Anyways, we're stopping for a quick lunch break. It's 4 o'clock, and then we're gonna go about 6 more miles, we think, and get to Bobby Lake.
We're hoping that Bobby Lake is it's lower in altitude than where we are, and the smoke has been getting worse the higher up we go.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that it'll be less smoke, lower altitude.
So we'll see. Crazy enough, we're thinking about camping. I think we're tired. I think our bodies are tired from road walking, basically.
And the smoke.
And the smoke, yeah. I think 60 miles of road walking is pretty hard on the body. But also, just this whole area is smoky, and we don't really think that hiking any amount of distance is really going to get us out of the smoke. We did meet a couple of people that had camped in this area last night, and they said that the smoke was had cleared, and it basically just rolled in this morning. So whatever wind shift or temperature change or whatever, all the smoke just barreled into this area, and I think that we're just kind of in it. So whether it's the smoke or just the road miles or whatever. We have a trail angel picking us up on the 31st at Three Sisters, which is in 72 miles.
72 miles.
72 miles. So that's totally doable. We're thinking that we'll get up early and hit a 30-mile day tomorrow, and that would take down our average of how many miles we have to do. And it's kind of nice to just be able to just be like, do whatever we want whenever we want, and just be like, hey, let's camp here. It's nice. Even with the smoke, it's nice. And maybe I'll convince Bird Call to jump in that water, but I don't know. We put on our puffies. It's kind of cold now. But yeah, it's like 4:45, and yeah, I'm happy.
Me too.
A couple of you have asked for I was gonna say a shakedown, but that doesn't even make sense. Like a overview of what Bird Call's paint kit looks like. So we're gonna do that right now.
Okay, this is my paint kit. This is what it looks like.
Oh, is that a freezer Ziploc bag?
This is just a 1-gallon Ziploc.
Mm.
This is my watercolor set, pencils, erasers, and inks. It's got a couple other things in there. And this is my sketchbook. This is my favorite type of paper to paint with right now. So it's changing, but for right now, I like this paper. It's the Strathmore mixed media, and as you can see, it comes with 15 sheets. I do usually 2 paintings per sheet, so they can get 30 paintings out of this one sketchbook typically.
Why do you like that paper so much?
Well, it's one thing I like about it is you can use watercolors on it, but it doesn't have the cold press rough watercolor paper texture. It has a hot press smooth texture, and if you see here, it's 184 pound paper, which is pretty dope. Most watercolor paper is only 140 pound, so it's like a lot thicker. Make sense?
Yeah, but why is that good versus the rough watercolor paper?
Well, the poundage is the thickness of the paper. So the poundage, having a super thick paper is good because then it doesn't wrinkle up on you when you're using watercolors. Have you ever seen like it wrinkle up? Yeah. So this won't wrinkle up on me while I'm using watercolors. The 140 shouldn't either, but I'm still learning watercolors, so I overdo it on the water sometimes. I'm not so bad as I used to be, but this won't wrinkle up. Like, even if I was a kid just practicing with watercolor, it still wouldn't wrinkle up because it's so thick.
That makes sense.
Okay. And this is my little kit here. I love this size and everything. It's perfect. I don't know where I got this from. I think Michael's.
Yeah, we got the case from Michael's.
So that's where we got the case from. This plastic case just pops open. Here is my watercolor. Daniel Smith watercolors is what I'm using in this.
That's not Constantine's paint?
No, this is not Constantine's paint, although Constantine did gift this to me.
Constantine is a friend that we have in
He's a buddy of mine. He's a watercolor artist, and he hooked me up with some stuff to bring on trail. He actually gifted me like a whole kit, which I ended up sending back because it was a little too big, and I think he actually said it was going to be too big. He was like, it's too big. But I was stubborn and I took it with me anyways. So anyways, I sent that home in a couple months, and these paints are, because he makes paints, these are not his paints. These are Daniel Smith paints, which he gifted to me. He gave me this little thing full of paints. I have my big fat eraser. I have my big fat mechanical pencil there.
That's cool.
So it's like a mechanical pencil, but the lead is a big number 2 size lead. So the lead's about as big as a wooden pencil's lead, but it's mechanical. This is my nice brush. I don't even know what kind it is. Aqua Elite. I like this brush because it is it's got the sable bristles, so it's a nice sable tip there. I have my old brush, which it looks really fat right now, but if you wet it, it gets nice and pointy as well.
Oh, nice.
So I have
Wow.
a fat brush and a skinny brush. Mostly I use my skinny brush.
Mostly. I'm trying to focus in on them. The camera's having trouble.
Both of them are natural sable tips.
Sorry, folks.
I have my Micron that I use for inking, which I rarely use it anymore. I pretty much just do all watercolors now.
What size Micron is that?
It's a 2.
Cool.
I have 2 mechanical erasers. This is the one I used to use. It's the round tip, but I ran out of erasers for that one. And then when I ordered more, I accidentally ordered these square ones, so they didn't fit. So then I had to order a square tipped mechanical eraser.
Which one do you like better?
I'm not mad about. I like them both exactly the same.
Oh, that's nice.
I like them both the same. This one actually holds up longer. This one is finer for a finer eraser. It's nice for working, like a finer brush stroke, but it breaks easier because it's thinner.
That makes sense. What brand are those?
These are Mono Zero Tombow. If you can see that. I definitely recommend having a small micro eraser.
Got it.
And here is my teeny tiny, what's this thing?
Pencil sharpener.
Pencil sharpener, yeah.
What do you sharpen with that?
My mechanical pencil.
Oh,
this is for
really?
sharpening my mechanical pencil.
Whoa. I didn't know you sharpened your mechanical pencil with that.
I rarely actually use it, to be honest. So there's my mechanical pencil tip, and it goes right in like that, and you use this to sharpen that.
How
like
cute.
So. Heyo! And that is all.
That's all? That's all, everything in the kit, huh?
That's everything in the kit. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, and a couple of people were concerned about you licking your paintbrush.
Oh, yes. I hear your concerns, and I appreciate you caring about me.
Are there toxins in the paint that you use?
Maybe.
I thought watercolor didn't have it. Because I thought it was acrylic.
That's well, watercolor is not acrylic, I can tell you that much. But that's in the realm of something that I don't really do a lot of research into that. I'm not eating my paints. Usually when I lick my brush, or it's to straighten the bristles out, and usually it's when the brush is clean of paint. But sometimes I do lick it when it has paint on it. But I just figure it's in the realm of, like, we're around toxins all day, every day. Like, there's crap in the air, there's crap in the water, there's crap everywhere. I mean, you know, I just ate a whole thing of fried chicken from a gas station, you know? So it's like, I don't know. Life is full of toxins. I know that's probably a poor answer, but...
Do you have a new piece of artwork you want to show everybody?
I can show you everything that I have done in this sketchbook. So I have these sketchbooks, which, as I said, I can do about 30 paintings a book. This is the 3rd book that I've gotten on the trail. So here are the latest paintings. So this is a work in progress. That's Jackson County street sign. Not quite done yet with that one. This one's also not quite done yet. Some nice trees there. And this one's one of those nice, what do you call those little things?
Dandelions.
Dandelions. And then that building is from Quincy, I believe.
Yeah.
And got some more nice nature there.
Careful, your fingers are on. Oh!
Cut that part out. Some more nice nature there. Nice.
Oh, that's pretty. The bridge.
And that's Mount Shasta in the back. That's Mount Shasta and that's Black Butte.
Really? Oh, look
Yeah.
how cute.
So Mount Shasta and Black Butte, and that bridge is going through Siskiyou County.
Awesome.
It's a nice church and some Tabasco sauce, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
What are those purple flowers called that you and Braven were talking about?
Lupin?
Lupin, yeah. Here's some lupin.
And Scout.
One of Scout. This is the bridge that was in that town where we had that trail magic where that guy took us out to breakfast.
Truckee.
Truckee.
That's the Rainbow Bridge.
That's the Rainbow Bridge in Truckee. And here's another unfinished, nice nature piece that I'm still working on.
Awesome. Thanks for showing us all that.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, here's the kind of the paper looks like.
Mm-hmm. And that's your paint palette right there.
As well as this.
Awesome. Folks, I also just looked and we realized that we just passed the 1900 mile marker. We are at 1912, so 1912. Yeah.
Hot dog.
Hot diggity dog.
You know what? Just because of that, for that reason, I'm going to take a drink of this here.
Oh my goodness. Yes, we packed out a tall can, which might be the reason that we're camping so early.
Could be.
Could be. Probably not. Definitely not, though.